Yo, what's good, people? So, I thought to myself, you know what I really want to see? I want to see the stadium that I've just built being toured. But then I also thought I might as well just tour it myself. Because I know what I built and I know where I put things. Maybe it might be better coming from me if I toured it for you guys to see. So, this is my new stadium that is going to be released on the 2nd of October 2023. At the time of recording this video, the stadium hasn't actually been released on YouTube yet, although it is set to be premiered. It is currently the 2nd of October, so it's due to be premiered probably about 12 hours onwards from this recording. So this video will obviously probably come out a couple of days later or something. I'll leave a link to the download for the Bedrock/Windows version of this stadium in the description of this video, and it will probably more than likely be in the description of like the cinematic video as well at that point. So a little bit of context on how this stadium came to be. about 4 years ago, maybe, me and a good friend of mine, the architect 1995, I'm sure many of you will know who he is, as many people know him, Matt. We decided to put our heads together, and we decided we're gonna make some stadiums. We started maybe 3 stadiums, I believe. We started the Bramley Moor Dock, which was Everton's new stadium, and we never got round to finishing that. We started the Molineux, which we did finish. We finished together. We both released it on our channels. And we started this, dubbed the Cathedral, which is basically the new San Siro. So this is a proposed development for the new Inter and AC Milan stadium. I know there's been talks about the stadium recently, and I'm not 100% sure whether it's going to be the stadium we move into. It's at one minute, one stage, like, yeah, they're moving here, and the next stage, no, they're moving somewhere else, and then we're having separate stadiums, and then they're moving here again. I don't know. Construction's not started as far as I'm aware, in real life, but, you know, I built it anyway. Just for clarification, this is built purely by me. This isn't the version I built with Matt. The version I originally started with Matt, that was about 4 years ago. We got maybe a stand done or something. We just abandoned the project. I started this again on my own earlier this year, probably about late April, early May. I did it through till about June, July-ish. Took about a 2-month break, came back. Past couple of weeks, so I've been working on it again, and we finished it. So again, just for context, this is pretty much a not fully functioning stadium as such, but it is a fully furbished stadium, more or less. There's a couple of things here and there that I didn't know what to put in. Well, I didn't know what to fill the gaps with in certain areas, but for the most part, it's filled out. I mean, I've got toilets, I've got concourses, I've got club shops, we've got changing rooms, we've got kiosks, we've got stairs leading up, we've got decoration, we've got gangways and entrances and stuff. We got pretty much everything that's like needed, I guess. There's only really like 4 or 5 pictures to go on, like that are able to be used. There's a video on YouTube. It's for purposes of this video, and I don't want to get taken down or anything, you know, or copyrighted or whatever. I'm not going to use any of the footage from said video, but that doesn't show much different to the pictures that I can see. From the inside, I didn't know what seat colour to make because there isn't a specific seat colour that's shown. There's no pictures of the inside that I found that don't have fans already occupying the seats, so I just went with the dark grey because it seemed neutral. I feel like red and blue might be a bit you know, one team might not like the red because they support the team in blue and vice versa. I thought a grey is like a neutral colour to go with, so that's what we went with. So the side of the stadium that I'm currently on is where the club shops are situated. Initially I thought this is where the changing rooms were situated as well, but it isn't. Story for another time. I actually built the exterior on this side, on the other side, and the one from the other side on this side first by mistake, and had to take it all out and put it all back in. It was like 8 hours of work that I had to take out, put back in on the other side, and then take out on the other side and put back on the other side. All in all, it was another like 4 or 5 hours to take it down, and then like another 7 or 8 hours to put it up again. Ridiculous. But, you know, authentically it's better to get it right, eh? So in the latter stages of the build, I put in some club shops. We have a blue one, Inter Milan, and the red one, AC Milan, on the right and left hand side. We're going to start with the AC Milan one. This was the first one that I built. They're the same size, both stadium shops. However, the layouts are slightly different in the main area. So I've included red and black for the home kit. I went with a grey away kit. I don't actually know what their away and third kits are this season. I haven't actually checked. I should have probably checked, but I just went with something that looked different and looked quite good. So we went with the grey away kit and the limey, I think it's lime third kit. Keeper kits we just went with standard yellow and blue, nothing special. You know, that's all we did. Oh no, dark green away kit, the lime keeper kit. So they're meant to be keeper kits. There's just like 3 different versions. We have changing rooms at the back. But nothing special. We've got little lights in them. We've got little I don't know how to replicate a mirror, so I didn't put mirrors in, but got like little benches, doorways, whatnot. You know, there's another entrance down here. In the Inter Milan shop, it's exactly the same layout in terms of the changing room and the desk and whatnot, you know, the checkouts. However, it's just like on the opposite side of the shop. So instead of being on the left hand side, it'll be on the right hand side. I've gone with different colour lighting depending on areas in the actual building. For example, we've got green in the changing rooms, we've got yellow on the main floor and in this corridor. And we've got purple just behind the desk, the counter. So we've got the red windows to situate that this is the AC Milan shop. And for the Inter Milan shop, like I say, it's just a slightly different layout. It's probably cleaner, to be fair. It looks less congested. But again, we've gone with the blue and black for the home kit, the full black for the away kit, and the white and blue for the third kit with the lime, purple and yellow goalkeeper kits. Again, we've got the home, away and third kit choices, and again, they're not kit wise. We're not like, I haven't looked into what the kit's going to look like for the season. They're just standard colours. Again, it's the same with green, yellow and purple lights in. So there's your club shops. Yeah, I had to bear with me as well. I've never actually done a tour video. I should probably do more tour videos in general. I might be a little bit rusty when it comes to explaining how some things function and whatnot. There's two ways of getting up to this sort of upper area, which leads to the concourses and stuff. I didn't put any pardon me. I didn't put any like doorways or turnstiles or anything like on the concourse doors. I just left it fully open, to be fair, just so it's easy to just see inside and just like sort of get in and out, you know, it just for purposes of people wanting to explore and whatnot. This is another way of getting up to this floor. There's a few of these situated around the stadium. They're just like little tunnels leading up to stairways and whatnot. Initially, when I started this project back in May, I wanted to build like the full outer area as well, but I realised it's a lot of work to do and I haven't really got the time to do it these days, so I went without it. I put like a sort of little bar on this corner, but I haven't actually filled it with anything because again, I don't want it to look too congested. If anybody wants to fill that out, to their desire, you're more than welcome to. I'd like to see that. So just make sure we keep taking our night vision. Where is it? There it is. Keep taking our night vision just to make sure that we keep up with it, so we can see. They're all lights situated all around the stadium, although because it's so big and open, it doesn't all get lit up. So we're just taking the night vision just to be sure that we can see. So down here again, it's just one of them places where on the picture I could see a sort of doorway, but I can't actually see anything that's underneath that, so I filled it out with what I imagine would be there. So I put in this like sort of glass window and area first. I saw it as a sort of bar thing, but I'm not really too sure. Not too sure what I'd have in there, just like a fan hub or something. Again, it's not filled out with anything, but we had little kiosks, again not filled out with anything, all the way down to the end on both sides, just like big open fan spaces and whatnot. On the picture, there are actually trees on this area, on one of the pictures, but on a couple of others there are no trees in this area, so I just left it blank, just to add a little bit of a difference on the canvas, because there are trees down on this area too. There's another sort of ramp staircase sort of thing to get onto the second tier. So this is where the players' entrance is, and whatnot. So what I went with for this is I went with a slightly different texture. Again, I don't get any of the interior except for what I can see from the external pictures. So I added in two little sort of garage doorway sort of things. So this one leads down into the not officially AC Milan. I know it's red and white. On the other side it's blue and white. Well, smooth quartz and red concrete. On the other side it's smooth quartz with blue concrete. But that's not officially like an AC Milan entrance into Milan entrance. They're just like two separate car park areas. Let's say this is the home, the other one's for the away team or officials, whatever. Not specifically, I'm just saying like as an example. Leading around there, it doesn't lead to anywhere on the other side, but there is an entrance of a pitch from there, just sort of like an emergency exit or paramedic emergency service sort of exit. There's another one on the other side as well. But I have to bear in mind that in Italy, you do drive on the right hand side of the road, I believe. So I believe you do anyway. So I've tried to make sure it turns inwards from the right hand side and would also turn outwards onto the right hand side of the road, just for authentication. There's the official players entrance, we'll get to that in a minute. Down this side we have a blue entrance. We'll just call it blue entrance because, as I say, it's not officially like Inter or AC Milan entrances. Another sort of like load and bay sort of thing. I guess this is like, let's call it a media / emergency service sort of route, where it's besides more like a player sort of entrance. Onto this side we have a big open space down here, which I imagine would be like, I imagine this stadium to be, and again I don't know if this is like an official thing, I've not looked into it, this is just what I imagine it to be. I imagine it to be like a multi-purpose venue. It hosts like concerts and events and stuff like that. So this is like where you keep all of that sort of stuff. It's directly beneath the stands, easy access onto the pitch via that entrance through there. So as you can see, there are like little doorways which lead into the tunnel, but we'll go through the actual players entrance and executive like VIP entrance as well in a second. We have another one of these little tunnels leading up to the second tier there, and also on the other side, just splits into two different directions, just for the fans getting up there from this area. For anyone who doesn't know what the actual design looks like, a lot of this isn't roads, a lot of this is like trees and community areas and whatnot. It's actually quite far from the main road. These little roads are just added in as like service routes, I guess, for vehicles. But this is like the official players entrance, so to speak. So we've got a little conference room for the AC Milan and a little conference room for the Inter Milan on the other side immediately as you walk in. They're the exact same design, just in different colours on both sides. Again, blue to represent the Inter Milan side, red to represent the AC Milan side. Both of these are exactly the same shape and design and whatnot, and they lead into the, we'll call it executive press box thing just behind the dugouts, and I'll show you that in detail a little later on. As I say, we do have kiosks and stuff, although I did forget to add checkout desks, you know, like tills and stuff. I could always add them in if I remember, but before the official download link comes out. But yeah, I did forget to put that in. We do have toilets, so I think on this floor both toilets don't have urinals. I believe they're just multi-gender toilets. Yeah, gender neutral toilets. Oh no, we do have urinals, so that would be male, the other one would be female. And so that's what you have at sporting arenas and whatnot. Anyway, again, leading out, we come down the stairs into the main tunnel, which links back up to the car parks down here. Little entrances and whatnot. Nothing special, big open area. But now we get into the change rooms. We have the Inter Milan on the left side and the AC Milan on the right side. Now I went with the like official crest in the middle, big AC Milan crest, big open space for the changing rooms. Moving on, we go into the bike, and again it's just the same on the other side. We've got the toilets on this side, but I will show you the Inter Milan side, but it will be the same. We've got the bath, the showers and whatnot, just in different colours of course, and we have little TVs, varying little areas for injured players, like a sort of doctor's lounge sort of thing. In the Inter Milan side, I went with the old Inter Milan crest, as I couldn't quite work out a way to make the current Inter Milan crest and make it look good and whatnot. Is very difficult to make. I just went with the old one because it was easier, but it's still a good representation of the team. So again, toilets, hot tub, cold ice bath, whatever, showers, pardon me, and a sort of doctor's area. Leading in, we come into two separate tunnel, like sort of looking glass things, which again I'll get to that a little later on. We're just going to go back outside before we go inside, just so we can check out the final side of the stadium. Just drink that night vision again. Cool. Oh, pardon me. So moving on to the final side of the exterior, past the trees, we have another entrance going upwards, and I believe that's it on that side. It's pretty plain and simple. Although this, I thought it was like sort of grass. Sorry, not glass. Like it was grass on these little open areas. It looked like water, but on closer inspection, it actually looks like a grass sort of skyline sort of thing, if that makes sense. Might not. But yeah, we sort of went with that sort of design. That it looks yeah, I think it looks decent, to be fair. Like open skylights and whatnot. Again, I don't really know what to put down here, so I didn't actually put anything down here. But we do have an entrance in and out of it. Oh, speaking of which, I need to close that off because I was going to add something in behind there and I just didn't end up adding it, so we'll just close that off. I have to remember to update the download. So yeah, we could probably do with some lights and under there as well, to be fair, but that leads back down to the club shop side. So from there, moving on to the second sort of level, we have a lot of kiosks. some open spaces because I didn't know what to put in them, and there's no toilets on the outside, they're all just kiosks. Some of them are double-sided, depending on where you are in the stadium. So you can access the same one from inside or outside of a stadium. Some of them are closed off and only on one side for specific reasons inside of a stadium, but we'll get to that a little later on. So again, it's just going to be navigating straight around. So we meet up back where we started. All four corners are exactly the same design on this level. I made sure to add in stairs to access upper gangways and stuff. Like I know I've missed out on some previous stadiums and whatnot, so now we're back round to the side that we started at. So we're gonna go through possibly through the middle area. So this is like sort of the middle area just here. So we've got stairs on both sides. We're gonna start with this level, just so I can show you. And I'm not gonna show you all four sides. I'm just gonna show you the bulk of it for this level. So we've got two different sets of staircases, and again for two different reasons. There's actually 4 sets of staircases on each side, on the side stands, that is. We're on one of the side stands now, but there's 2 segregated on either side of a pitch, sorry, and there's reasons for them being segregated, and we'll get around to that shortly. But again, on this level, we've got our gangways, we've got our toilets, signified by pink for female and blue for male toilets. We've got kiosks again. It's pretty basic. There's nothing special in here. It's slightly different design based on whether it's male or female toilets. As you can see, it's quite boxed off around here. Again, that is for a specific reason. These reasons it's boxed off. So we're going to start with this staircase, which will be accessible via the route we were just coming at. This staircase leads all the way up. You can get onto here from it. I mean, you just have to imagine there's sort of security here to stop you from going down there. It's more like for the aesthetic appeal, like where these trees are. It's not really a walkway, so to speak. But anyway, you continue to go up these stairs, and you continue up one more, and finally you get up to this landing, and you get to your executive areas. So there are the AC Milan ones with the toilets, gender neutral toilets on that side. A little overlook onto this corner, same onto the pitch as an overlook from this side. There's 5 overlooks on each floor, sort of like a concourse, I guess, overlooking onto the pitch. But yeah, you got your AC Milan areas, and it's the same design on both AC Milan and Inter Milan sides. Is just like a little little sofa with a big TV and some plants and a drink brewing station thing with some seats outside to overlook onto the stadium. Oh, and a rug on the floor. Like I say, it's just the same. It's just mirrored, based on obviously as you walk in, you saw from TV and whatnot around the left for the AC Milan, on the right for the Inter Milan. Colour coordinated, including the ceiling, depending on which team you're supporting. Again, that goes with the same as the sides of the stadium. On one side it's blue, on one side it's red. You know, it's all colour coordinated. So there's nothing else special to look at on that side. It's mirrored stairs on this side. But onto the other staircase, other 2 staircases in the sense that they lead to the actual concourses and whatnot. So these are for fans. So like not executives or whatever, not VIPs. This is leading up to the 2nd floor on this side. Again, we have a sort of overlook thing down here. And something I'm starting to realise is that there's not actually a way of getting onto the stand from from this bit. I don't really know what the point of this one is, I guess. Maybe I haven't really thought that one through. Yeah, as I say, except for obviously this little walkway, this isn't accessible for normal fans. Back through this sort of entrance leading onto one of these staircases again. So if we go up to the next floor, we get onto the third tier, I believe. So again, you got toilets, kiosks, whatnot, blah blah blah. It's a last minute decision to add these sort of lights in on the pillars just to light it up a little bit more natural lighting. You're welcome to come in here without night vision and have a look properly to see what it's like, see if you like it. It's pretty well lit up. It's not perfect, and there's still some dark spots, but you know, it does the job. It's good. Again, you got your little your little overlook, and you've got your gangways leading onto this tier and whatnot. We'll actually be able to take a little look because night vision's running out, and we can top up on some night vision after. Yeah, so as you can see, there's some natural lighting. So we're gonna head up to the next level. We're gonna keep this natural lighting for now, just so you can see the natural look. So again, on this level, this is where the executive area is. So fans aren't able to access it from this level at the staircase. So we just keep going up to the next level, which gets up to our penultimate level again with more kiosks. It's quite thin, this area, with more kiosks and more toilets and whatnot. And as you can see, when it's not lit up by night vision, it's quite dark, but it's quite open as well. It's actually really nice to look at. It's just some quite dark spots towards the back, sort of laid down, I guess. But it is a nice one to look at. But for the sake of the video and the tour, we're gonna reinstate our night vision. I've also added floodlights into this, and many of you might be wondering where the commentary gantry is. Now, I couldn't find a picture showing where it would be on the actual stadium, so I've added it in on a lower level on the opposite side of the stadium, and we'll get to that soon. So we just need to move up to our final level. So we head up these stairs, and there's no kiosks or toilets on this level, so you'd have to access them from the floor below. But there are some entrances just here into the upper tier, and that gets all of your tiers down here on this side. And there's some more down here, which could probably also do some lighting up on these pillars. I didn't think to put them in, to be fair, but that's another part of this lower tier. So moving on to behind one of the stands, behind one of the nets, we're going to go outside and go in just so we can explore it from the outside. I go through one of the corner bits. So they're blocked off on this side for reasons being that it's got a staircase here and it goes to a lower tier. Not really a good reason, I guess, but that's why. So these are the corner bits. This is the only one where it's blocked off. It's not blocked off on any of the other ones. But it's a lot more lit up on this side, as you can see. So this is the lowest tier. These act as away ends as well as home ends. So this would be like a disability spot. So on a home game for AC Milan, they would have this entire stand, and then they would have the side stand on either side, and the away fans would get the whole tier on the other side, and vice versa. On an Inter Milan home game, they get the other side of the pitch, plus both side stands, and the away fans would get this tier, both tiers of this stand. So that's how it would be segregated. That's how I believe it to be anyway. So yeah, this acts as both a home end and a away end. So there are kiosks and toilets, as I say, at the back on this floor, and there aren't any on the top, so they'd be shared from the bottom. But there are staircases leading up to the lower part of this floor, of this stand, and also an additional staircase on either side leading up to the upper regions of this stand. And it's exactly the same on the other side, but in blue. So if we move on onto our left side, so again, we'll just come in on this side, and we've just got kiosks, we've got toilets, blah 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 blah. You know the gist, you know how it all goes. These aren't blocked off as much, but we are still segregated. So this would be, again, your entrance to the executive areas, I believe. So this leads up to. It also leads up to wait. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this leads up. No, this is not executive areas. Is it? Have I made a mistake here? Oh, it is. Yeah, I made a mistake. I need to block that off. Yeah, I'm gonna need to block that off before I release the stadium. So this is actually my first time going back on the stadium since I made the video, so everything's exactly as it was on the video. Again, we just got sort of meeting rooms and whatnot, based on blue for Inter Milan, red for AC Milan, and we've got a sort of neutral central area in the middle that's got sort of both, lit up with cherry leaves and whatnot, cherry tree leaves. So yeah, that's the entrances to that. But I need to block off this area. But I will do that away from this video, as this is only meant to be accessible from the other two staircases, which are in the centre. So this one leads up to the second floor. Oh yeah, hang on. Wait, so this one is meant to be accessible to here, I believe. Oh, I don't know what I've done here. Well, I'll find a way to sort it out. I've done something. That's accessible to your I don't know, I might just leave it because I'm confusing myself here. I'm not really sure what I've done. Anyway, let's just use these staircases again. Yeah, so this one leads up to the upper regions of the stand. Again, it's pretty much the same as it was on the other side, and similar on the top, but there's a few more gangways, and they're a little bit lower as I didn't have enough space to work with on this side. But they all lead into these two gangways. There's only two gangways on the picture, so I've only put two in. And again, your final sort of walkway overlook onto the pitch. So we're going to have a closer look at some of the areas down here. So this is where you get your tunnel looking glass thing on here where the players would come out. I've left this pretty empty as I don't really know what to put in there. But there is a staircase which leads into the VIP executive area, which is just behind the dugout on either side, and leading into this area leads back to here, which is where the players' entrance is. Players' tunnel being just there. So that is how you access that. Well, that's where that area accesses, like pitch wise, inside wise. As I was saying about segregation and whatnot before, this second tier where this staircase leads out onto, on both sides, is your analyst, directors and commentary gantry areas and whatnot. Commentary one would be in the centre, where the pink screens are and whatnot, overlooking the pitch, overlooking the game. You know, that's where your commentary gantry would be. So yeah, that is that. Not really much more to it, I guess. The only thing of note I could talk about are first you got the screens and the floodlights, and these mechanisms on the roof. So this is by far the hardest standing holding mechanism that I've had to design. Looking at it, it doesn't look that difficult, but when you take into consideration on the corner, it slants diagonally, and then it also, because it's further away from the window, you have to take into account the bend is going to be different. It's going to be longer. It's going to be wider, whatnot. But you still got to make it look like an actual curve. Once I've done it on one side, I could just repeat it on the other three sides. So it's on all four sides eventually. But yeah, they were very difficult to do. But that's what we do, innit? When something's difficult, you just keep at it. Trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. Just keep doing it until you get it right. When you got it right, you got it right. You don't have to do it again. Or in my case, I had to do it 4 times total. But once I got it right on one side, you know, it was easy to get it right on the other 3 sides. So one thing I always make sure to do on my stadiums is make sure that every area of the pitch is visible from every seat. Again, it's just more of an authenticity sort of thing. Again, on the designs, there was this sort of grey ceiling, I guess, just above and between the I don't know, I had that line, fair enough. Sorry, just above and between the glass and the mechanism it holds it up. Don't really know why that's in, but it is. So yeah, as I say, it's just about making sure it's all visible from where you are in the stadium. Make sure you can see every part of the pitch. On the top, it wasn't actually that difficult to design on the top. It was more on the bottom side of these pillars. It was the annoying issue. The upper regions were pretty simple. Well, not simple, but they weren't too difficult. They're not as hard to look. But yeah, that will conclude the Cathedral new San Siro tour. I'm considering doing more tours, potentially, in my own stadiums, maybe other people's stadiums if I can get them downloaded. But for now, let's just consider it a one-off. There is the tour for anyone who's interested. If you're not, then I guess you won't have got to this part of the video, so that's all good. And if you would like to download it, a link to the download link will be in the description of this video, and probably in the video, the cinematic video as well at this point. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you for some streams later this year. I'm gonna start streaming again probably about November-ish. Maybe this month. It's October now, it's early October, maybe later in October. I've just got one more stadium I want to bring out this year, and it's very nearly done. It's pretty actually, to be fair, you could probably say it is done. It probably is done, to be fair. I don't need to add trees in, but it just brighten it up a little bit, but yeah, everything else is done on the stadium. I'll give you one clue. It's a 50,000 seater stadium. It's situated somewhere in Europe, in one of the top 5 divisions in Europe, but I can't tell you which stadium, I can't tell you which country, but it will be out soon. Anyway, take care, and I will catch you guys again soon.